tools at the back here. We're live, Abdul.
We
Yay!
are live.
We live, guys, and we live also live on the YouTube channel as well, ladies and gentlemen.
See that thing to you now, quickly.
But now you must.
I must give you a new stream now.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Abdul is just busy doing his thing. We just give him a couple of minutes. They Mazanzi Industrial Supplies, basically
The
they
old one's
sell
working,
tools.
the old-
Wat van jou mense?
Check if the old link is working.
Your side. They sell, as you can see, the tools at the back, tools, welding equipment. They also fix welding machines as well. So give them a shout. Like I said, the first 10 callers will definitely get the welding helmets for $200.
Working. Okay, I'll see you one now.
We just, as glitches, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just waiting for Abdul to get sorted with us here.
So you can click it on now.
Yeah, so again? Yes, yes. So the number for those helmets will be 082 4343841, ladies and gentlemen.
Check now if it's coming through. Now you should give us.
Check it out. And this is a normal live, ladies and gentlemen. This is, we go with the flow. And there we have the Stig is back.
So these are the helmets there. Sorry guys, man. Hoe bel 'n man in?
Ja, maar nou, so lekker nog geen inbellen. Lekker nog geen
Jy
inbellen.
kan nog nie oh nie vir die helmets man.
Oh, you can bell. You can
Jy
call.
kan bel.
You can call.
Jy kan nommer, dan gaan jy nommer nou vir jou gee.
The number is 082 4343841, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. Okay. Just
Can you put the phone down now?
No.
We on a live here.
oh yeah, okay. I'm just want to see this the new
The new who?
the new link out.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
Can you hurry up, please?
Sorry man.
Okay, thank you.
I'm the stick. What do you call it?
Stick. With a K.
The stick.
The stick. Yeah.
Um,
CHB Electronics. Hi there.
okay. Right.
Abdul, your glasses. He's struggling.
I can do my glasses.
Now you put your glasses
Right,
on.
I'll do my glasses. Okay,
Okay,
guys,
cool.
sorry about that.
Live,
But it was,
this is so cool.
First of all, we had dedicated software which we paid a fortune for, and it didn't work. But you know, it is what it is. We're here. That's the most important.
Definitely.
And the light at the back there is a bit
Okay, yeah. Just move.
bright. But you can,
Just move up a little bit.
yeah, but
Here
you
we
can
go.
see a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe that's quite cool. And when I want to sit next to me, I don't know what his problem is. We just move this chair. You might actually come this way.
I go that way.
You must come this way.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So welcome to our well, he's the intro.
Really?
I'm the-
You-
I'm the-
you were
I'm the
busy.
guest. I'm the guest.
You were busy.
I am the guest.
Okay. Welcome, Abdul.
Thank you very much.
Can we go on with the show now?
And your official welcome, please.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I would want to welcome you, Abdul Said, none other than Mr. Racing for Change Gymkhana gentleman that we have in the studio tonight. Welcome, Abdul.
Thank you very much, Anwar, for affording me the opportunity to be here tonight.
Wow.
And for those guys that don't understand English, we can actually Leon Engelbrecht and Monique and the family, as well as Johan Shade and Johanita and the family, was supposed to be on the live stream as well with the software that we had purchased. But so now we're back to the old school with YouTube here, YouTube Live, which unfortunately we don't have access to the other. But anyhow, Peter Jasmine will come on the show next week or something. So yeah, so we're back with a bang. How should I say?
With a bang.
With a bang.
Definitely.
With a bang. We've had two experiences once before with live streaming and our own shows, but the shots were called by other people. Tonight, the shots are not called by anybody else,
But us.
except the man up there and two people down here.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So yeah, Anwar.
Cool, man. Abdul, first and foremost, welcome. It's our first edition of what we're doing, more than just motoring. So let's start from the beginning. Racing for Change. Where did that start? Where did it come from? What was the idea behind it? And what is the objective of Racing for Change?
Okay, so it's actually a long story. But we have like 3 hours, so it's fine.
I don't think that's
No. You know what? I'm gonna tell you a wilding story quickly. Years ago, when I was in my 20s, I decided to build my first race car. I couldn't well. Which Andre is this?
Andre.
Andre Smith. Yeah, but how are we gonna work
Andre
this?
Smith. Okay, what guys?
If
One helmet is gone.
If it's Andre Smith, he can't get the helmet. He got two at home already. I saw. So
We'll take that one for him.
Alex, give the number again. People don't know the number.
Number is 082 4343 841. There's 9 left, ladies and gentlemen. 9 left. I will carry on. Sorry,
Okay, where do we stop? Okay, so what happened was, coming back to welding. So when I was busy building my first race car, I couldn't weld. So I got a friend of mine. He can teach me how to weld. He came to weld, and one day I just got sick of it because I couldn't wait for him. So I went to Macro and I bought an oil cooled welding machine.
Mm-hmm.
That time I was young, I could carry it around. I bought a little trolley for it so I could move around. Yeah, long story short. And that's exactly been the story of my life, really. You know, I see, I look, I ask, they do it, they can't do it, and I'll teach myself, basically.
Okay.
That's exactly what happened with Racing for Change.
Okay.
Nothing different. The guy will give you a surname. I don't know who got his helmet, please.
It's not them. We concentrate here.
Yeah, no, but I can hear them.
Oh, okay. No, I think Nazima's got in his office.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But anyhow, so they must first put the money in the account. No? Because oh, you don't know the Racing for Change. You know. Okay. So basically what happened was, as long as I've been racing, there was always this goal or dream of mine that we need to give back to people that don't have the opportunity to actually, they might have the skill and everything, but they don't have the opportunity.
Okay.
And
AJ Barber knows.
oh, AJ Barber he came from me. He's a goeie man. He's a goeie man.
This is not going to work, you guys.
Oh, sorry, man. But he's talking to me.
No, he mustn't talk to you.
And then what happened was, I approached one of the famous racetracks in Cape Town. I won't mention names.
Okay.
And I said, listen, can we use your garages in the afternoon where we can actually teach some people how to develop skills around motorsport, not just driving.
Okay.
Because I was then entrusted by Toyota Motorsport, it was a while back, I did the karting development program, and I realized that the people that we got to come and drive these karts actually didn't even know how to ride a kart.
Okay.
Because where the community they came from, they were used to walking. And it was a big issue. And the other issue I had was, I thought to myself, these people live in conditions, there's no food, there's no water, there's no electricity. Now we're going to make a prima donna of them, putting them in a cart. They're still going to take a taxi back to where they come from. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the whole idea came about. We need to do something substantial and we need to give back to people. Now, driving in motorsport is not the only way you can get involved with motorsport.
Correct.
There's a million other ways, right? You can drive, you can change tires, you can be a marshal, you can be an engineer, and it can go on and this goes on and on and on and on and on and on. And that is kind of what we wanted to create with Racing for Change. It just took a really long time because nobody actually understood what was happening. They just wanted to race, and you know there were people that, guys, I have to go with food here. Oh, come here, go. Okay. Sorry, oh my word,
guys.
The live food
Can
short.
can
show the people this food. How are they going to?
we're gonna be here for the month of July.
You done it.
So no. The food is not important, guys. It's the
Okay.
Food is the main show.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
food is the
Okay.
main show.
So guys, this is like it's going to be a liquor show because we're just going to be like we are.
Yeah,
We're just going to be liquor. And I want you guys to do something as well. Oh, yeah, my word. Who got the man?
This is
But
not working.
luckily, I'm fasting.
Tot hoe laat?
For now.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So what happened was it didn't materialize because people didn't understand. Because my experience of racing drivers, whenever you went up to them, first of all, they were aloof, most of them. One of the few racing drivers that I aspired to who was not aloof was the late Willie Hepburn.
Okay.
He was one of the most approachable people ever. And you could actually go to him on a race day and talk to him. And the others, well, I won't mention names, but it didn't work that way. And I thought to myself, if I was a kid, or if ever I was a racing driver and somebody came up to me, I want to be approachable.
Yeah.
That's how the whole ideas, all these things came into my mind.
Correct.
And as a result of this ideas that was they planted very long ago, and it actually started with the Toyota Motorsport Development Program with the karts. That worked for a while, but it became a money spinner for certain people, and I pulled myself out of it. It wasn't Toyota, it was other people that wanted to make money from this whole situation. Eventually it worked, but I pulled myself away from that.
Okay.
And Then I raced all the other forms of motorsport. And then I stopped for a long time because it was just motorsport was full of politics, full of it was
We
just,
know that you know
yeah.
the story.
I'm not
about
going to
that.
go into all the
We
long
don't want
stuff.
that, all that stuff.
Then one day I was talking to a friend of mine. I don't know if you guys know the late, not late, he's very alive still. We used to call him Dirk Kruger.
Mm-hmm.
We were very good friends and we used to both race Toyotas. And I used to say, I was going to visit him. I said, "Ja, Dirk man, ek wil graag net weer gaan ry. Ek wil nou net gaan ry. Maar ek smaak nie vir die ander vorm van motorsport." He said, "Hey, jy moet Gymkhana gaan doen." Ek sê, "Wat is Gymkhana? Ek weet nie wat 'n Gymkhana is nie."
And this is your first experience of hearing of Gymkhana.
Yes, I've never heard of Gymkhana before. And then, anyhow, he told me what it was. And I it was just there in my mind. It was just there. And then what happened one day, my late brother, for some reason, I don't know how, he met up with somebody that was doing Gymkhana. They used to invite him to come to the Gymkhana. And then eventually, he told me about it, and I went. And that's when I got hooked.
Okay.
Long story short.
Is this now, you went to go watch a Gymkhana? You didn't physically drive in Gymkhana?
Yes, I got videos and I saw clips and I went to watch. And I thought, oh, this is very interesting. And to be honest with you, of all the motorsport disciplines that I did, the Gymkhana separates the men from the boys. The route changes every time.
Yeah, no, okay, I understand that.
Right.
But now, from your previous racing experiences and coming into Gymkhana now, your first event, how different was it from? I know circuit racing is you do your laps around the track by everything.
Yes.
But Gymkhana is basically, first of all, it's a time event.
Yes.
Second of all, you have a navigator in your car.
Yes.
And third was you need to, there's obstacles in a route that you need to do. Either you go in sense a left or a right.
Yeah.
How does it feel to you from coming from racing on the track to I would call it the grassroots form of motorsport as Gymkhana?
It was completely different. It humbles you. The very first Gymkhana you do, it humbles you. I can tell you now, if you thought you were good in any other form of motorsport, it will humble you. I remember the first Gymkhana was in Ceres. We rocked up there. It was -3 degrees in Ceres. And Johan Zulch, I'll never forget this. Walking around, barefoot with a coat brook.
You know what, eh? You mentioned Mr. Uncle Johan. You know, I saw him on the weekend.
Yeah.
At karting, at CK karting.
Yes.
In Canal Adingasa doing. I practice there, so
yeah.
That's why this bra is so quiet.
No,
I practice there.
So
look at you.
No, you can go on. I'm just but there's not these guys. I got this notice.
Blast it soon.
I was actually supposed to be in bed, but Anwar dragged me out of bed to come. But anyhow, it's for good benefit. Anyhow, so what happened was, so I locked up with the Gymkhana, me and my late brother. He's the navigator. In my mind, the navigator must know the route. I'll just do the driving. The very first cone we went, we got the first cone right.
If you say you got it right, you go straight for it or around it?
No, whatever they said we must do. So we had to, for example, we had to go around the left-hand side of the cone.
Yeah.
That's right, sorry. On the right side of the cone. That was the first thing we did right.
Oh, and the only thing.
And it was the last thing we did right. After that, we were lost. We didn't know where we were going. We just took a nice drive and like we were going shopping on a Sunday afternoon. We came back and I said to myself, this is the most craziest sport that I've ever done in my life. Anyhow, be that as it may, that day sparked something really big in me, I must be honest, because it's a challenge now.
Yeah.
And then, so Patrick, we didn't start Gymkhanas.
Okay.
This was started by Witzenberg Motor Club.
Yes.
With Patrick Vermaak. You guys all know Patrick Vermaak. Yes. You know Ompia, we should call him Ompia.
Yes.
They big on the rally scene. And what happened was, I was involved with Gymkhanas now. So Patrick gave me a few pointers on what I must do. And then eventually I decided if I need to know, if I want to be good at Gymkhanas, I need to get a good navigator.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow myself and Leon Engelbrecht, who is still my current navigator, who was the Gymkhana champion for a very long time. Yes.
So basically when you started Gymkhana and you wanted a good navigator, you and Leon.
No, for the first couple of events, I didn't know Leon.
Okay.
Right. I mean, he was a really bakgat. Actually, no.
Ik kan woorden vloeken.
If you guys know Leon, that is not Leon at all. So actually what happened at the Ceres rally, this is what happened at the Ceres Gymkhana, the car he was driving, the two of them were sharing a car. The other guy that was sharing the car with him drove into the pavement.
Okay.
And they bent the stub axle. I don't know what they bent at the bottom. Okay. It was a mini. And then They went to the workshop, and because I like to work, I like to Peter. So I went with him. I didn't know who they were, but we were all there to help. Eventually, that's how myself and Leon, we were helping with make this thing right, to put it on to go drive again.
Okay.
That's actually how I met Leon.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know who he was. I mean, he's a very good driver, and he's a good teacher. Anyhow, so that's how we actually the relationship started.
Between you and Leon.
Yes, and then it just ended up where I said, Leon, listen here, I need to know what's happening. I need to know about Gymkhana. I need someone to guide me. I said, would you mind being a navigator? He said, no. And we've been navigators forever.
For how long now?
Yo.
Don't give your age away. Just
no, it's very long. It's probably, I can't even remember, it's more than 5 years.
Okay.
So, I mean, Leon knows kind of like everything about the car, about my driving style and everything.
But also what I want to do is just that also the listeners and the viewers to say is that Abdul is driving his car. He's driving a Toyota Conquest, 4AGE, blah, 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 whatever. So he's the driver. Leon is his navigator, right? But this is a funny part, man. I can't do it, but the two of them obviously got to click. So Abdul drives and Leon takes the handbrake, the e-brake, handbrake, e-brake.
Sorry, this is the car's handbrake.
The car.
Yes, please. The car's e-brake.
The hydraulic of the Conquest, yes. So how did for me it's like that's a team, right? You drive. Do you tell him when, or how does it work?
Okay. That is why the one thing Patrick told me when we started, he said, you need to know the route, your navigator needs to know the route, and you guys need to be a team. We don't understand. Gymkhana is a team sport.
Correct.
People think you can do it alone. You can, but it's a team sport. It's basically like a small rally, if you think about it.
Navigator, yes.
Except it happens much quicker. One cone from the other cone is 20 meters.
Yes.
Before you can think about the next cone.
Yeah.
So we developed this driving style because I don't know. I can't explain it. It just works for us.
Yeah.
There are times that I'll just say handbrake, or I'll say nope, or I'll say
you got your code words. And
yes,
okay.
But Leon knows me so well already.
Okay.
He knows me so well. So most of the time, and I can say 99.9% of the time, we get it right.
100%. And I mean, obviously, but that's a cool part, like you say, it's a team. Union navigator need to be joined at the hip when it comes to, and obviously your times depend on your call or his call to do a good time. Obviously, Gymkhana is time-based.
Yes.
And the obstacles that's within the course that's being laid out.
Yes.
So the quicker you go around the course, the better you stand a chance to, for argument's sake, win your class or better your time for the day.
Absolutely.
Cool. Before we go on, we got a lot of questions and people's on the feed here this evening. We're gonna quickly go through them quickly, Abdul. And while he's doing that, I'm just gonna say it again, once again, your helmets, the welding helmets, ladies and gentlemen, we have 5 left. So if you guys want to get it at a very good price at $200 each, well, the number you need to call is 082-4343-841. So call in, get those helmets. Only 5 left, ladies and gentlemen.
That's
only
automatic
5.
helmets. Yeah.
For 200 rand.
Check the stick. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see the stick.
Stick.
Okay. It's automatic helmet, so this even welds for you.
So you put it on and it welds.
Yes.
Automatically.
So we have a lot of questions. Yeah, but that's another thing. Must do this. Okay, guys. CHB Electronics. Hello, guys. You have your glasses. You're right. I got it. Dwayne Hunter. Good
Dwayne
evening.
is there. How's it, Dwayne?
Pace Contra, one of our sponsors there. Motorrad VP. We need live translation.
Live translation.
Yeah. En wat kan Afrikaans praat?
Maar het raak op.
Ja, my data van my Afrikaans is op.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so everybody, Nicholas, welcome. You know what?
What is it? The tools in the background. No, it's not Gibbs, Gulam. Not Gibbs.
Okay, so the tools. So what happens with come to Racing for Change? So this is our passion. Driving, racing, doing Gymkhana is our passion. However, we can also give back. We have the opportunity to give back to people that don't have the opportunity via Racing for Change. Just a quick summary. We registered Racing for Change about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
To date, if I can remember correctly, we've given away more than 200,000 rand.
Awesome.
Go to the website. Go and have a look at it on the website. Just now for the month of July, we've done a kind of a little
summary
thing with what do you call it? A little thing with Mike's Place.
Okay.
They're going to give us 1% of their turnover to Racing for Change, which we can distribute to whichever organization we want to.
Awesome.
In the time that we've been doing Racing for Change and Gymkhana and having a lot of fun, we funded people to do the welding school. We've helped people that couldn't afford to weld. We've taught them how to weld. Not me. I mean, we have
The helmet.
teachers.
The helmet.
What about the helmet? The helmet.
Yeah,
Yes, the
yeah,
helmet. Yes,
helmet, yeah.
the helmet. This is the magic
Quite
helmet.
helmet.
So basically, what Racing, go to the website www.racingforchange.co.za. Go and see what we really do. So every time you enter a Gymkhana, I would say 3/4 of that money, or actually more, maybe 80, 89, because we still got expenses to cover. That money goes to an organization that needs it. In fact, from the last Gymkhana, we're going to give away money now to a place called Kensington Frail Care Home. They're in Kensington, as you can hear the name. So we're either going to give them goods to a certain value, or we're going to give them the cash, or they can actually distribute. And you're most welcome to come along and
Awesome.
come and do it.
When is what's the date for that?
We didn't decide yet because some of the Racing for Change people are out of town for the weekend, so we're probably going to do it by next weekend or something.
Okay, awesome. So basically, you're going to do it. Basically, get the members, the drivers, come all together, and maybe might do a drive. Get them into the cars, take you for a drive,
whatever.
And actually do that. A drive by towards the homes.
Yeah, drive by shooting.
The drive by to go.
Yes. Sorry. Because we're in South Africa, you must be careful.
Swaai is nou ons swaar. Gulam, waar is julle? Gulam, we're in Dubai, brother. In Dubai. Yeah, that's why we buy the tools, yeah. Uncle Zaid, Figo is the soup. No, Figo. Yes, burgers. Proper burgers, brother.
He just asked me, Jaco Gravenstein actually just phoned me a couple of days ago to get involved with the Gymkhana. I think he was the guy with the cart or something. With the BMW. Awesome. I'm not sure if it's the cart or the BMW.
Okay.
Paul Phillips is from Let's Go Driving School, one of our big sponsors. They always be willing to help. Nicholas Abrams, he's a newbie to Gymkhana. I think he's second Gymkhana with his MR2.
Yes.
He always does track days and he's enjoying the Gymkhanas. If
Andre,
you're not, Andre. Abdul Neerman. Ek het my helmet gekry fair and square. I think Andre. Nee, ek maak net 'n joke. Andre, jy kan 'n helmet kry. You deserve it.
We the pancake. No, we got burgers, Zaid.
He's not worried van die kos.
He's not worried.
Festival, one of our big sponsors as well.
We in Dubai.
We've done a lot of work with IATA, the school in. You guys can go check on the website. Yes, there's a lot of other stuff here. Ghost Bar, I don't know who's that. Look at the Ghost Squad. The Ghost Squad is here.
Yeah, Ghost is here.
Show in February. That altar was really fun. Yeah, that was a miniature.
Awesome. Yeah,
it's also new. That's exactly what it is, Sean. It's a miniature altar rally.
Yeah.
And I don't hold me to this. If our timing system gets done, we're gonna have a due lane next time at the same turn. So 2 guys will start and do kind of the course we did the last time.
Yeah.
And the other 2 can go up the drag straight onto the backside, come back again, come down the drag. I'll design 2 courses.
Like I mean, there was once or twice when we had it on the okay, cool.
I'm just waiting. If the timing system gets done, and you guys stop talking to Shakur on their chat, you will have enough time to do that timing system.
It's David.
Yeah, I don't know where David is actually. Monet Dirks, yes, how's Kayuri doing? He came out with his card the last time.
8-year-old Kayuri.
Just wish we had it every month. Yo, Nicholas.
If only we had the space and time to do this every month or every week even. I think there will be a lot of people really happy about that.
Guys, let's make it one of our goals. Maybe if we can get a piece of land at Killarney. They all place at Killarney. At Killarney, we get the funds together, we have our own piece of tarmac. We can actually have an event whenever we want to.
Yeah.
So, Kayuri can't wait for the next.
Yeah,
he's got his new racing suit. That's actually quite cool.
And ladies and gentlemen, he's 8 years old, Kayuri, in his cart, and he did so phenomenally. I mean, Monet's other son, Hayun. He was also there, and he started with his mini.
Yes, exactly.
This is all. The family is not Petrolkoppe. I mean, 8 years old. All we now need to know is for his wife to come through and drive his Honda.
His wife was there. I gave his mother-in-law I put it as a passenger in my car.
Oh, cool.
Now he's going to build his mother-in-law car as well.
Awesome.
But guys,
awesome.
if you understand the ethos of Racing for Change. So understand this world is full of complexities. There's lots of people out there that's not there for good reasons. So if we can set a good example and a good narrative in Racing for Change, that catches on with our children. We're going to have a whole generation of people that think completely differently. And we're already doing that.
Yes, correct.
There are young people coming through, volunteers that are coming through at the event. Bring your children with, bring your family with. That's what Gymkhanas are about.
It's a family-oriented sport.
We want to try and promote small businesses. We don't want to charge them for coming to stand there. We want them to make money so everybody can go forward. That's the whole idea with Racing for Change.
Yeah. So, cool part what we're talking about is kids. And we, on Youth Day, Racing for Change, brought some kids. Actually, it's Nazim brought some kids from a retreat to be part of Gymkhana, and
Yes.
because it was Youth Day, we had some kids there, same as GCAP and SR4A from DJ Ready D and his wife Malika Daniels. They were also there with some kids and stuff. And what they
Sorry for A.
SR4A,
Sorry
correct?
for us for yeah.
SR4A. So
Sorry,
what is that?
that is raw.
It's tamati.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
It's
sorry
salads.
guys. I could not get. I just
It's
got caught.
coarse, isn't it?
But you know,
So what we did at the last Gymkhana for the Youth Day was basically we had kids from, it was a youth camp, what do you call the scouts from a retreat, and we got them. There were 8 of them, and what we did to learn Gymkhana. So everybody think, you know, you must have a car to drive, you must have this, you must do that. A friend of you, you must navigate. And actually, not that. We basically start from the grassroots. So what we did was we gave these youngsters the opportunity to go and see what the timekeepers do, the judges do, and the marshals, and the person on the mic as well, and see what they do and learn from them. And then we swap them around. At the end of the day, we got them together, asked them what was the experience like, and it was like, it was like cool. When is the next one? And then Racing for Change with Leon and Swayze and Abdul, what they did was they gave them each a cap, a beanie.
obedience.
A beanie for them. And then we said them thank you very much because they had to leave. Apparently, they had to leave, but they didn't leave. They actually left only, I think it was the last round. There was 5 more cars to go. And obviously Nazim had to leave, and Nazim had the kids with him, and he took them actually home.
Amazing.
So-
Sideways or straight?
Straight.
Oh, not
straight.
sideways.
No, Nathan. Oh, you must mention Nathan. Nathan is here now. You said you must mention when you get here. Nathan Philander. Nazim's navigator.
Oh, guys, there's a shout out to Nathan Philander. He's Nazim's navigator. No wonder Nazim is doing the times he's doing because they're going the wrong way.
No.
No, I like to be so money for
Yes.
the biggest test in life. Bring your wife, put her as a navigator, and if you guys don't argue, then you'll have a strong relationship.
My vrou was kwaad vir my.
Hoekom?
Sy sê ek gaan nie weet nie.
Maar dat die dokter, maar is okay.
Ja,
Sy
ja,
luister
okay,
vir jou.
okay. Nee, maar
Ah, doe
sy
maar.
my vrou het geluister en sy het geluister. Dit was ek. Oh, no, it's not.
Okay, so here I see David Breitenbach.
Yes.
That cortina that you
No,
put there.
for this Lord, brother, for this Lord, for this Lord,
That
for this Lord.
cortina made I don't like a full bed, but that cortina was quiet. And the Datsun. There was a
That
Datsun
triple-
that
that was a boxy.
JC Van Zyle's dad brought us.
Yeah,
Yo,
that's triple S boxy.
that was very, very, very mooi. So, guys, the whole idea with this podcast, whatever you want to call this, out of this new, new terminology, I just call it the show. We want each and everybody that drives at the Gymkhana to be on a show. Because it's not only 1, 2, and 3 that's going to get the limelight.
No.
We want the number 20th guy that we want to put him on the show with his family, and we can do it remotely.
And guys like Nazim.
Yes, guys like Nazim can teach you guys how to do the route incorrectly, all that. I mean, imagine he was Devon Harrison's navigator.
Ooh,
Okay, so yeah, Anwar. So
yeah, so with the youth and stuff like that, that's really cool. And we will keep doing this for the youth. There's another one. What's the other?
that you see that, what do you call it there? The girl that did some of the announcements
Oh, yes.
was very excited when we gave her a spin.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
and that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
So like the kids that come through is from disadvantaged areas and stuff like that, and they've never been in this car, and especially that young lady that was announcing there. When we got there, she had no idea what was gonna happen, and I explained to her what it's all about. And as we went through the rounds, round 2, round 3, as we get to round 3, I asked her, so how's things? Ek is baie lief vir karre. Wanneer kan ek in 'n kar ry? I'm like, whoa, wat gaan dan nou aan? Everything was okay, was dan okay geweest.
Was she on a bike?
No.
Oh.
She was in the she went out in the car.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
she didn't know anything about cars, the sounds,
Okay.
and the way the guys were driving just literally excited her that
Yeah.
I want to get in the car. En ek wil ook ry. That's
Yeah,
what I said. But that is the experience that we're giving to the youngsters and kids and stuff, to have that opportunity to go actually and learn something, get in a car, experience the thrill that you have. And we have so much awesome drivers. There's too many of you guys to mention that I always ask you guys, are you in for the
And-
half an hour?
And thank you for that. Eh?
Oh,
That
100%.
means such a lot to those kids. We had a guy there once upon a time where he had from the he had cancer.
Correct.
And by the way, it's in remission now. I must tell you guys. I speak to them regularly still.
Awesome.
He's in remission.
Wow.
And one of his dreams was to drive in a drift car. and we put him in
Saki.
Saki's car. I
Yeah.
mean, what more can we ask for? And what an experience he had. I still talk to them today because that's really what it's about. We really want to care for people.
Yes, yes.
And
yes,
you know what? So Racing for Change, coming back to Racing
yes,
for Change.
go for it.
Yes, we do drive. We have lots of fun. We drive the Gymkhana, but understand every time you enter a Racing for Change event, your money, a big portion of your money is going towards someone that doesn't have. In whatever way we decide to give it away, we try and give it to the best possible places. And that's very important. You guys need to understand and know that. And that is very, very, very important because that's what makes this whole thing worthwhile for everybody.
That's it.
Yeah. So, what else about Racing for Change can we say? So, so we started this our own podcast now. We did buy the software last night. I must tell you guys, the proper software. For some reason, the software is not working, but they are busy sorting it out. So next week we can invite guests remotely, and we can all talk on the chat if you want to. That would be a brilliant thing. We will start doing that, but it's going to be a platform where it will be Anwar's baby basically. So Anwar will go to companies, right? And the one program can be dedicated to a company. Tonight is Mzansi Industrial Supplies. So they are going to be contributing towards the show. Some of the money will go for expenses, and the other money will go towards Racing for Change. And this is what it's about. How we are making things happen in a very brilliant way here. So guys, and I think we have Mzansi for a whole month.
For the whole month.
So they're basically going to sponsor 4 programs. So this program is on a Wednesday at 7 p.m. Until we keep it for an hour for now.
Yeah.
And then we can see how long, or even it depends how much time we have and stuff.
No, definitely. We just play by ear and how the interview goes and stuff like that. So what it means is that if we use the premises of Mzansi, then basically we'll get guests in and basically interview them here at Mzansi Industrial Supplies in Tukai. So basically you can be whatever you in motorsport want to do in motorsport, everything will happen from here for the month of July.
Yes, and if there are remote guests,
yes, we can do it
with the
live
software.
as well.
You can be Brackenfell and you can still talk on the chat. But that's basically what we're trying to.
Yeah, we don't have to get our passport stamp and everything for that trip down there.
Okay. So just if you guys do get the call from myself or Anwar, and just it's going to be a good thing to get each and every one of you on the show at some time because there's a lot of people, and we can even do 2 at a time. That's not a problem. We can actually do 4 at a time if you're not mistaken.
So with Racing for Change as well, Abdul, is that we know motorsport is a male-dominant sport. But what I've seen at Racing for Change...
Die kos, man.
Die kos het niks met jou snot te sien. Snot nie
Wat so
sien.
lekker ruik.
Sit die helmet op. Dan kan sien rykie. Here we go. Thank you. Remember, guys, helmet's going for $200, ladies and gentlemen. $200. The fact that there is
automatic
helmet. You put it in automatic, then it welds itself.
Yeah.
I was seeing
it. And off.
Okay. So what I've seen is that there's a lot of ladies involved, not just drivers. There's quite a few lady drivers that's there. Then there's a lot of ladies that's part of the officials. I've seen ladies behind the desk with timekeeping. I've seen I call her the pit boss.
Yes.
There's a small little lady.
I wonder whose family that is.
I don't know. I know her name is Iman.
That's I call her. Sayed?
I don't know. Actually, I don't know. She's a pit boss. I call her the pit boss. Then we have this Aisha and this what's her name? Also there.
There's Nashi, there's Gulam.
Yes, no, I'm talking about the ladies. Ik weet nie Mansi.
Oh, Gulam, I'm not sure sometimes. No, Gulam's a man, trust me. I went into the toilet one day, I saw that.
I don't want to know.
So, but you know what?
Yeah.
I must say a big thanks, appreciation. You know what? Those guys do it for free. Mr. Dolly, he's 81 years old. He's one of the judges of fact. Bashir, his whole family is there. Uncle Sali, he comes to the races to be a marshal. He don't want to do the washing on a Saturday morning. So there's Bashir, there's Ashura, his sister.
There's Ashura, yeah.
There's so many people that's helping in the backgrounds. There's the guys with timekeeping. There's Aman, there's Shakur, there's Juanita, there's Johan, there's Leon, there's Monique. And then there's their whole family that's involved. And it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah.
Then there's Anwar, our commentator, and it just keeps on going. And there's so many people that Uncle Nazmi is gone. Yeah. So he comes with his whole family, and they do. Everybody chips in.
Yeah.
Every single person just doesn't come in to drive. They all chip in.
And this is really cool. So just touching on that's your ladies and also we have a lot of ladies competitors this year. We have what's Leon's daughter's name?
Leonay.
from a car, she's into Herbie now.
Yes, she's in
And
Herbie now.
I mean, the last event she drove so well. It's the first time in the car,
Yes.
and she drove so well.
Yeah, there's a big problem, you know.
I didn't mag het pakle.
No, not in Ma.
It's paar mekaar
So,
kry.
so my godchild, who's Milandi,
Yeah.
is wants a corner.
Milandi
Yeah, the small one.
also want to
But her
corner.
sister can't drive a car. She must also want a corner. And I'm on Leon's case for this.
Leon, puta, yeah, my bro, there's any mulaki this. But then we also have there's this
This Fatima.
Ferdy.
He's the daughter of yours, Fatima, that's driving.
She also drive.
Yes, she does drive a car. What's wrong with
okay.
you?
Oh, I didn't see.
She's gonna drive a Nissan one day.
Okay.
His family and his father-in-law and his wife. There's
Yeah, they're all
Andre and his
and
girlfriend.
then Isaac Squanpa, we call him the cleanest father. I
Yes,
say Squanpa,
yes.
cleanest
Family.
father.
His Yanku.
Yanko as well.
There's a whole lot of people that with their families.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's,
there's a Dirk family now that's involved.
yes, full family. But it's very cool, to have these ladies because motorsport is associated with men. But it's and Racing with Change is changing that concept as well. We especially I think last year, when we had Women's Day, and Women's Day is coming up now as well. So we need to plan something really awesome for Women's Day. We had a lady team, lady driver, lady navigator.
Yes, there's a
And-
class for that.
Yes, and
Yes.
that was so cool for me to see and to see that this ladies is really enjoying what they're doing.
Actually,
you know?
Sarah Aylward,
Yeah,
with the mother one that-
6-year-old.
she's 5 years old. I'm not
6
wondering where she is. Yeah, she won the ladies
Yeah.
the ladies class.
Yeah,
So there's a whole lot of stuff with the Gymkhana. It's such a nice atmosphere.
Yeah.
You know, maybe you guys can comment for the people that was there for the first time. I mean,
like what's his name? Sean February
yes,
and Nicholas
And
and
Bardanos, and
Bardanos David.
there's a couple of guys there. You know, the older guys, we kind of just part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you guys can give us some, and we're always open to suggestions. We can't always satisfy everybody,
Yeah.
but
But if it's a good plan or good initiative, then obviously we're going to apply our minds to it to
Yes.
see. But let's make it
Yes.
work.
there's another part of Racing for Change which you guys really don't know about at the moment. But on the drag scene,
Yeah.
and Gulam is very instrumental, and his son Nashid for actually getting the Racing for Change, and Figo
Yeah.
for
But
getting.
Figo is the announcer at Robot Racing.
Yeah, but you can only speak Afrikaans.
I see, man.
Can I? Oh. Okay, so basically,
Figo,
so
Figo.
there's a big following starting at the
Drags.
drags, yes. And if you look at the apparel as well,
Yeah.
Gulam is a big instigator of getting apparel going to the play. All that stuff you guys will get to know of. But thanks, Gulam, and your team again
Yeah.
for growing it.
Within Racing for Change.
Yes, for growing it, for growing the Racing for Change banner or
Now, can't we get the drag guys to come join our Gymkhana?
what called?
With the drag cars?
Yeah.
That will be fun.
Uh,
Rian,
Sorry, man.
bring it. The
Sorry.
second car come.
Sorry, we're gonna separate the men from the boys there. I'm telling you. I must be honest with you. We'll get Uncle Najmi to come with his stock standard Yaris, and he will beat the 11-second car. And I'll let him. It's
Should be
different.
fun. Yeah,
Different.
no, it's
But
definitely.
then we're gonna put Uncle Najmi on the drag strip against Rian.
That's not free. That's not
You see
free.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
no,
see
no,
what
it's
I'm saying?
definitely.
So yeah,
But that's really cool. With that brings the aspect of what we're doing within Racing for Change. With that, and didn't know it was Nasim's birthday today.
can we sing for Nazim?
Whoa,
Happy
no, no.
birthday! Come sing for him.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, he comes sing for us.
Hy gaan agterna gaan sing lekker.
Oh, okay.
And up and you see all the cars standing outside. You got 350Z standing outside here. There's
Ah.
a Skyline at the back there. Around the corner, there's a BMW.
Oh.
Park off here.
R33.
No,
R34.
that's R30. Old school.
Serious?
Yes. A TTX, yeah.
That's nice.
So
Okay.
A small part.
Can we cut this? Can we cut the show?
No, but so reclining.
There's to see that on that sweat. That's what you that put your that said something about North versus South.
You guys said on Monday, North and South, it's not going to work. But what
This
about
is
East Asia,
is this
Japan,
Jet
the
Speed?
West?
Is this Saeed?
I think so.
Yeah.
So,
Saeed, wat doen ze dit nation? Jo daar van hulle wat
weer een verte.
ek verstaan die
Oh,
Afrikaans.
hulle vat hom vir alles. I see.
Yeah, Rian's a good guy.
Yeah,
I
I
must be
know.
honest. Rian, I know him
That's
for a long
good
time.
banter there.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
That North, I mean, we spoke about on Monday night
Yes.
about the North and South. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. The reason why is because all the Vanach Owens is in the North and all
No,
the,
it's not.
Yes,
All the fast guys in the South, me and you.
fast with what?
It was a honor.
Yeah,
Ramona,
Vanach, yeah.
We want to do a
We-
competition. We're gonna do a competition.
we got-
Maybe father and son.
Yes.
Or, father and Squinpa or something like
Yeah.
that. Brother
Yeah.
and brother. We're gonna do something.
We'll
We'll
figure
think about something. yeah.
something fun that we'll do. Will it be part of the round or will be a separate entity?
No,
to it?
it will be part. It will be part. We can incorporate it into the.
Okay.
game. Yeah.
Okay. I would think we do rather do it basically when the round is done. Then we get father and son, do
We
their
can
runs.
see, we
And
can
we
work out
if
something.
time
Maybe you
permitted as
guys
well.
can come up with some ideas what you guys want to do, and then we can take it from there.
Yeah, no, definitely. So furthermore, Abdul, and the stuff now, Gymkhana is now a timed event, right? So with Gymkhana being the event that you guys do and stuff like that, how difficult is it for you and the team to take this event on the road?
What do you mean?
Take it on the road, a road show. We need to go to PE.
No, you
We
can't.
need-
You can't drive on the road. It's illegal.
Why not? We have road cars.
No, but you can't do Japan on the road.
Here, jy my krag asseblief met die man Kanala.
Okay.
Kanala.
So I'm just putting this. I'm just putting this man's.
My laaste grys hart.
Okay. The whole vision for Racing for Change is we want to start a national championship, right? But we've got to perfect it in Cape Town first.
Yeah, no, I
So-
agree.
so
I
once
agree.
that
I
is-
agree.
Once that is, once we've got that pat on, the next thing that, like I said, we want to do is, there was something in the old that's called a jamboree, where there was a due lane.
But that was drags.
Yeah, drags, 5-lapper,
And
and
Gymkhana.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
really difficult now because Killarney hasn't got the
Yeah.
track available, but we can still do a due lane at the oval
Mhm.
just with the Gymkhana.
Yeah.
But that depends on what times available and stuff like that.
Yes.
What,
Dates wise.
Date-wise from Killarney, yes.
Yeah.
Also, we also have Gymkhana practices. So here's the thing for the people. So we have events at time. Then we also have go to the chat, to the general Gymkhana chat. Go to the top. Go under description. First of all, go and like all the Facebook pages there, and a shout out to Crystal, who's been doing some great work on our social media platforms, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, as well as Facebook. And on the website, obviously, that's to Danny and Thunder Media.
Yeah.
And then yours truly was finding out how to do the website himself. What can I say? Terrible. Oh, my word. Anyhow, but it is what it is. So go out there, like our pages. You know, the more people get to know
Interact,
about
yes.
Racing for Change, the more money comes inside, the more money we give outside. It's really simple. It is so
That's
simple. It is so simple.
Morning. Just before I can say, Morning. Sorry, my brother. This is the helmet, guys.
It's automatic.
It's
right?
automatic, yeah. So it's not a manual one. So you will literally put this one into auto, into drive, and it starts welding.
He's talking nonsense now. This thing, it's
Yeah.
automatic helmet.
It's automatic. So what that means basically, you look through it, you can see where you weld. As soon as you strike it, it will go black, and you will see the arc of whatever sleep. But I'll speak to Nazim, and he can explain how that works. So the helmets is for tonight only, guys. What's it? Automatic helmet?
Yeah.
For $200, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not DSG.
Yeah,
It's
and manual,
automatic, and it's not
automatic.
CVT.
Yes, see?
But CVT, tak wat sukan. This is automatic. The
Yes,
proper automatic.
yes.
Yes.
Regular or front drive?
That's all-wheel drive.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, here we go, Monet. The number once again, ladies and gents, is 082 4343 841. This is where you can call the gentleman by the name Nazim, and he will definitely assist and help you. I think there's 4 left, if I'm not mistaken. But give him a shot and hear what he says, ladies and gentlemen.
So I want you guys to also to get more involved in Racing for Change. You don't have to do stuff, but you can recommend people to come onto the show. Maybe give Anwar a call. Anwar handles that. Give him a call. Tell him, I would like to have so and so on the show. You know, we want to get businesses involved.
Correct.
Exactly what Mone did. Thank you so much,
Exactly.
Mone. So we come do that at your house.
Ja, jy moet sê
Sy
dit
sy vrou maak lekker kos by broer. Quarter mile.
Abdul,
Quarter mile takeaways.
wag net gou so bietjie. Kyk, hier's klaar. Kyk hoe lekker die vandaan. Hier's kos. Ladies, we can't show you. Hier's lekker kos hier vandaan.
Lemise sy vrou se naam.
As ons elke week, hoe gaan ons lyk? Ons gaan stadig wees.
Jy gaan toe lyk.
Hoe gaan stadig met mekaar wees? Ek dink dat jy met 'n plan vir ons Abdul daarom. Hy plan op ons. Iets ons lekker dik.
Okay.
Ons stadig het hy vinniger.
Okay. So
Hy te plan.
we don't understand this.
Mone?
And Racing for Change
Yeah,
can decide who we can go to. Yes,
Okay.
yes. That's exactly what is
What
going
it's
to
all
happen.
about.
Yes. So the more we grow the show, the more it's just going to be an add-on effect for everybody.
Yes.
We want to make a massive difference. While there's wars happening everywhere else in the world,
Yeah.
we can create peace and love and care and the good value system that our children can grow
make the world a better place. Try to
Exactly.
make the world a better
through
place.
motorsport because we enjoy motor racing, we enjoy gymkhanas.
I love it. For me, going to a gymkhana, as like my wife always says,
What do you
Some-
know?
ek het dit Abdul Kanala,
Just
ek
check
het dit in
Ooh,
like
okay, okay.
you see. So what she always says is that our family days are different. Our family days we spend on a track. And that
Yes.
is now my wife and my daughter and myself on the track.
Yes.
That's how we spend
Exactly.
our family days are different.
Exactly. And I can name the families. Tell us more about the helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
We did.
Did you?
Yes,
Oh,
we did.
Okay.
It's
We
an
told you-
automatic helmet, non G the DSG.
No, yeah.
All
Type
wheel
the
drive.
number on the chat. Yeah, that
Why
is
did
so
why did you do that?
because ik een dagskool kan ik in die aantypen. Oh wait, 33.
082
Oh wait, 2
4343
4343
841
841.
Here we go.
Oh wait, 2 434 3841.
No, 082 4343 841.
That's your number.
Same one here.
Okay, so
Oh, okay.
what's the guy's name? Nazim.
That's him. That's Nazim, yeah.
Okay.
From Mazanzi's Industrial Supply. It's not
Okay.
so pants that also one time.
Zan with a Z.
Yes, what is it? Is it
Industrial
supplies?
supplies.
Yes.
Right, that's trash. No, what would you think of that?
Yeah. Say.
Okay, look at that. Look at that, David.
Bro, as die mense moet sien, die brasse met hierdie wat lig wat heen gaan.
Technology. Technology.
That's what we say. So cool. So now we captured. We had started. What the Racing for Change stand for basically is donating, the funds to the areas that or foundations that needs it. We did that. We did the officials was there and stuff. What is the next step for Racing for Change on Kana in a sense of where do you want to see Racing for Change go in the future? If I say future, is that we're trying to build something that once we're not here, it must still carry on with our generation of youngsters that we have within Racing for Change to promote and grow the sport as they're gone.
Yes, I have a big vision for Racing for Change. You guys are gonna laugh at me now, but I don't sleep at night sometimes, and all these things go through my mind. So, if I look what Lewis Hamilton is doing with Project 44,
and that's why he's got the number 44.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about it.
Yes,
And that's the reason why that's number 44.
some of you like him, some of you don't like him.
Yeah,
that,
like
that,
Nathan.
that doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah,
What he's
we don't
doing,
care, yeah.
what he does with the money is
Yeah.
unbelievable. What he does with the money.
Did you see what the housing that he's doing now
Yes,
recently?
that's the
I think it's 12.5 million.
Yes.
He's made it
Dollars.
dollars. Yeah, sorry, for that as well.
So that's how I think with Racing for Change. We need
Paul Phillips is the one that got one now.
say for my dan free driving lessons give your daughter. I find let's go driving school is one of our
Awesome. Thank you,
beautiful
Philip.
people. One of our
Thank you, Philip.
Sandy, always good guys. So anyhow, so the vision for me is one day we're not going to be there. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're going to have a Gymkhana track somewhere in the sky. I don't know where it's going to be.
Yeah.
But we need to transfer leadership.
Correct.
And you can't
Yes,
transfer
yes.
leadership if we want to be the main Owens. We
Yeah,
won't be able to transfer
no.
leadership.
And what just before you go further, and that's what I like about it's not something that Racing for Change is like, okay, it's a group of Owens. Abdul, how does this work? Or Hamad, how does this work? No, we can't tell you because if we're going to tell you, everybody's going to know about it. And that is not what it's all about.
No.
We're trying to promote, educate, and aspire the youngsters, whoever's there, to take that position, whatever position it is,
Yes.
and go forward with it.
Right. However, I must say, if you are going to come into Racing for Change with any politics, I'm going to gladly ask you to join another political party. I will. I've done it before. Really, because that's not what Racing for Change is about. We are there for a very specific reason: is to number one to have fun, number two to have fun.
But now, why are you so with Nazim? First of all, you called him. He's navigated, don't know how to navigate, and he's slow.
No, that is just to give him some more
Motivation.
I'm gonna blame his teacher for teaching him that stuff. Who's your teacher, Nazim? Oh, Anwar
Daniels.
Oh, we could not sue.
Attend next time.
You want to
Okay.
tandem? Can only one? Tell him, please.
No, you can't tandem. I'll allow you to. You
But it's
only Anwar. Okay, so so vision for Racing for Change. When people talk about motorsport and social responsibility programs, the only thing that must come to mind is Racing for Change. So if the drags want to give away money, Racing for Change is there. When clubs want to give away money, Racing for Change is there. When any other form of motorsport want to give away money, Racing for Change is there. And that to me is vitally important. And the vision, yes, I want to see gymkhanas happening in all the major city centers.
That
That could be awesome. That's going to be another step when I retire, soon. I don't know how soon I'm retired. Maybe I'll go to other city centers. Once the system is in place, our timing system is
100% working.
it's brilliant. We're just upgrading
Awesome.
it now. And yeah, so that's the vision. And then we can have who knows? We can have once a year, we can have a national guys come to Cape Town. We do a gymkhana here. They bring
Awesome.
the 5 best drivers from Joburg, 5 best drivers from Durban, 5 best drivers from I don't know wherever.
That would be cool. That would
PE,
be cool.
and we can have it here. So there's a lot we can do. Remember, we all do this voluntarily.
Yeah.
So it's not a job for any of us. It's just one of those passions that we pursue, and that's what we do.
That's really awesome. So Abdul, once again, that is where we are. That is where Racing for Change is going to go. You want to read some more of the questions there? Answers, Abdul?
Yeah,
Questions?
Anwar going to Mohammed Nashid. Yes, okay.
Wat? Wie am going?
Johan, wat 'n ander specials is daar? Praat met jou vrou Johan.
Muhammad
Sê
Tika
ko-
sisa. Hulle is besig hier met die burgers.
Johan, sê jy vrou met die kaart gee, die nommer, ek sal dit op
wat-
wat jy wil hê. Dis jou vrou.
Any phenomenon?
Another pin number,
Oh,
don't
okay.
worry. Draai Chris daai bro werk jy 100% right. It's prille en bulle. Ek mean as pulle en
Brother,
bulle.
as hy move.
En it's a live show. Kan nou sê wat ek wil. I want to say what I want to say.
Wat sê Mone daar so? Wat sê Zaid?
Was
Anwar going to Muhammad Tika. Nee, as hy sê die burgers is hier,
with
lettuce en
tasting
tomate.
nearly all the racing disciplines, I can confidently say I'll follow these two gentlemen blindly. Also,
No.
definitely blind.
Moenie vir ons follow nie.
You know, Monet, I learned in my life, there is no place for I in the word team.
Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%.
It's together, everybody achieves more. And if we keep on doing, so that's TEAM.
Team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Together, everyone achieves more.
Sisa, jy jy kwaai. Dit ook gemaak het nou na.
Yeah.
Nah, it's quite, yo. Dis kwaai, yo.
And it's never about the two of us. These are a lot of every single person. It's every single person that drives at an event, that marshals, that navigates, that's a pit crew, all the sponsors. It's every single person that makes Racing for Change what it is. It's not one person. Can't be. It can never be because the minute we become bigger than the sport's going to collapse.
And the thing, without you guys, there is no Racing for Change.
Exactly.
You guys are just as important as whatever you say blindly. Ek gaan vir jou follow blindly, brother, but you drive a Honda, Monet, so that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem with the Honda. If it was a Toyota or Nissan, my bro, over Ford, my bro, die goed zaak, but you drive a Honda.
Let me tell you about this Uncle Sally. His name was Nasif, actually. He marshals at the Gymkhana because he don't want to wash. He don't want to do the washing on a Saturday morning. I mean, what the... Ay. Guys, I think it's almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah, yes, before we go, we're going to have last 10 minutes. We're just going to grab...
No, it's 5 minutes.
Is it about 5 minutes?
4 minutes.
4 minutes, yeah. We're just going to grab Nazim. Just wait till he come out quickly. And just give us a little bit of more info about Mzansi Industrial Supplies and who they are and what they do.
Nazim, where you?
I saw.
Guys, next week I'm sure Krista will get the software up and running. So that software is absolutely brilliant.
So we will basically next week we will see if we're gonna have people in studio or we're gonna have people on the live.
Yes, we're gonna be able to have guests, up to 10 guests on the live actually.
Okay.
Talking like we talking.
Yeah.
Yes. You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get some Afrikaans speaking people, some English speaking people, so they can talk. We all understand what's happening.
But die vir Isak en verloons Afrikaans. Hulle Afrikaans is 'n bietjie hoog, man.
Yeah, that is why I do the route wrong. Because you understand me the route in Afrikaans and I'm English speaking. You understand the problem I'm having. So if I say,
I get you.
Pull the handbrake, then he thinks of something else.
Ek wil weet.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
So nou is ek besig om Afrikaans te leer.
Nee, ek ook besig om
Jy moet
Afrikaans te
'n
leer.
kommentaar in Afrikaans meneer asseblief, né?
Ek probeer.
Ja, maar jy's Engels. Jy praat Engels.
Ja, ek mix dit so met mekaar. So ons maak 'n akronie vir potsie maar. First of all, Abdullah, I want to say shukran to you. Thank you very much. Keep doing what you're doing. With all the comments and stuff that we've seen here this evening, is that it's all positive, and we can, and even if it's negative, we always try to take the negative and turn it around and make it a positive as well for each and every person out there joining us with Gymkhana as well, and for you and your team that you guys are doing. I wish you all the luck, all the best for everything you guys do, and much more after that.
I think it's what we are doing.
Yeah.
What we are all doing is and don't, even the smallest thing that you do, it's the most appreciated.
100%.
Even if you came to the Gymkhana and you actually just took a stone out of the track and put it on the side because the car, that's That's enough.
Or just move a cone because it was knocked over.
Yes, especially the people knock the cones. Can you please put your own cones back? That's the other thing.
Hulle maak dit
Ik kan
tak
niet
lang.
open dat. Ik kan niet open aflopen, man. Ik raak moeg, man.
Oh, you're young. Oh, you're young. We just want to.
Yeah, Nazim, come in
Nazim? Grant? We're going to have a 5 minutes
quickly,
with
yes.
Grant.
Quickly, what you guys do.
Someone sit here behind me, Grant.
No, you can.
No, I'll stand here. Grant can sit here.
Fun, you guys have tea.
You're tea now again.
Yeah,
Tea.
I don't need coffee.
Everything is here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Grant also from Mazanzi Industrial Supplies. So, Grant.
What is that?
Grant.
Oh, Grant. Abdul.
Lekker.
Grant. I want to say Abdul, but it's still Grant. Grant. What is Mazanzi Industrial Supplies? What did they do? And what did they sell?
Okay, so Mzansi Industrial has been around for about 7 years. We started as a home business. It grew over time. Our core business is welding machines, welding repairs, certification of welding machines. We do, it's a one-stop welding supply store.
What is that certification of welding?
So the certification, okay, here to the right of me, we've got a machine. It's called a load bank. We plug your machine into our machine, run your machine at whatever amperage our machine requests, and it will tell us if it's accurate. So basically like dynoing your car.
A diagnostic machine.
Diagnostic
For welding machine.
Yes.
Dyno.
You can dyno.
We'll give numbers and what?
You can give numbers.
And talk and everything.
You get a report. You
Ja,
can talk about
Daar's 'n
it.
klomp mense op my chat
But
wat
I
vir
don't
vrouens
know
gaan
about
bring vir daai diagnostic. Ik ken die namen op die chat. Ik ken allemaal die mensen op die chat.
You can blame my bro.
I do apologize for you guys. I do
Yeah.
apologize for it.
It's the flu medicine.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
medication.
Bio-
It's a
Plus.
medication.
So that's cool. So,
But,
and you
yeah.
fix machines as well?
We do repairs. Like I said, we do servicing, on-site servicing clients,
Oh, wow.
businesses. If they've got enough machines there, and it's it doesn't make sense to send it up and down.
Okay.
We accommodate the clients. We work at night if we have to. So yeah,
So if I have a machine that's not working and it's 12 o'clock, can I call you to say, dude,
No,
no?
no.
you can call.
We're not going to
Oh,
answer. Yo, die machine ek help kan be so important, bro. That's not.
But weekends we do. We
Call out
try to
basically.
help people.
Yeah.
So
You
you know,
know,
Grant, this is actually amazing. We have a welding school called Triumph, right?
Yes.
Started by Ibrahim Joseph, who's currently situated actually nearby at another venue here.
Yes.
But we need to move premises. And some of you guys can think about, I know Nazim already heard him talking about bigger premises. I can read his mind, right? So that would be so part of what we're doing. I'm gonna put you under any pressure, but guys, how many people on the chat here? There's enough people on the chat here. But wouldn't it be a beautiful initiative? I
It's
mean,
something-
we pay the rent, obviously, because the school is generating income.
Yes.
But it will be such a beautiful initiative.
Yeah.
For people that are like-minded. And that's, think about it. I mean, can we start?
That's
They need to talk first. This is so
Yeah.
hastig
I
staan.
mean, when can we start talking?
Oh, not after this.
Oh,
After
okay.
they're gonna start the thing.
No, but
Yeah.
really, on a serious note, that's something you guys must think about.
no. It's we do like partnering with other businesses.
Yes.
There is initiatives that we also as a business support.
Brilliant.
You know, in our personal, myself and Azim worked many years for other companies
Yes.
and for bosses and all those things. And when this started, like years ago, one of our main goals wasn't just to build a business, was to build something that we can help other people because we've done
Absolutely.
such a lot of things.
Absolutely.
And information's free,
Exactly.
Yeah.
so we don't mind
Exactly.
sharing it. You know,
Exactly.
you want to start this business, that's we got experience in it. We'll even,
That's what
keep it
Racing for
nice.
Change is about. We have a chat, a WhatsApp
people,
group.
like
There's
minded
so
people.
much
Yeah.
information on that chat.
Yeah.
You can ask a question and Saki will say Dundi or Dundai.
Yeah. But that's a cool part of it.
Why must you go and always just spend money on something that you enjoy and something that you love? You know, there's
Before-
guys that's
before you-
willing to help.
Your school fee betalen. Now you don't have to because of
Yes.
the technology, first
Yeah.
of all, and the people that you have within your circle makes it a lot easier.
Which is still the best
So that
form of information. you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
You understand, bro?
That's with the time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say
Pleasure.
thank you to each and
Thank you
every
very much,
person
Ron.
out
Thank
there.
you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Nazim,
Anytime.
Abdul, thank you guys very much for
pleasure.
this evening. This is our first one. It's not the same as a normal podcast or show that you guys are used to. It's totally different.
This is a real reality show. With no makeup, no foundation, no lipstick, net,
And
even a snot.
There's
And
no
I
one
will
knows
try-
on the show.
and I will
Yeah,
try.
we blow our nose on the show.
And I will try to calm and
Bye.
control Abdul in the future as the show goes.
I'm not on the show here. He's the guy, the presenter. I'm just here for tonight.
Thank you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. like and comment and share the page as well, ladies and gentlemen. From myself, Anwar Daniels, Abel Said, and Grant and Azim. I would
Guys.
say thank you very much, guys.
Spread the love.
Yep.
Spread the love. Go hug your wife. Go hug even your children. Spread the love, guys. You'll change this world. Bye, guys. I love you all. I love you all. In the stream. Yes. Yo.